is more important than
I agree with that. So we are live, and right now I'm going to leave the title crawl speaking for itself, and we can work on getting Ivan up to speed on a little bit more of the events of last session while we do that.
Should I go ahead, or are you going to do it?
I mean, I think it's always fun for me to hear kind of your
What you
side, like what
remember,
you took
yeah.
away from it, and then, like what stuck out, because that's what ultimately becomes the canon.
One question: What are we live to? Are we live to YouTube? Or are we live?
We
to
are
Facebook?
live
Or
to
are we live
YouTube.
Okay.
Cool. So
I didn't see anything. That's why I'm asking.
okay.
It might take a
So
minute.
Okay. All right. Anyhow,
as far as I remember, we started right where we left off the last time you played, which was the ship was leaving orbit of the world we were in, and there was like a battle going on the outside. So we hypered out. We didn't hyper out. We just headed out in one direction, and then our the woman who had been my prisoner originally, but now we set free and she was helping us. She gave us coordinates basically to rendezvous with an alliance ship, basically. A ship under the command of a Captain Tycho. And it was, we moved to the location that she gave us, the coordinates, which I think was near the sun or something. So it was hidden from view of the Imperials. It turned out to be...
I have an important question.
Mhm.
What's the condition of Tycho's nose?
That's the funny thing is I believe Captain Tycho is the commander of the commando unit that is that is resident aboard the ship.
Really? Okay. Right.
But then, if I remember right, the ship, the Coral Reef, has an eccentric captain.
Coral Reef. I understood Captain Tycho to be the captain.
Oh,
of the Coral Reef.
no, you're right. No, it's Tycho Dodana. And then, we're good.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we rendezvous with a ship, which turns out to be a Corellian corvette. So like the blockade runner from A New Hope. We rendezvous with the ship. We find the ship to be crewed mainly by robots, by droids. It's a strange collection of droids. We are given access to the ship. The captain seems to be this eccentric fellow who appears to be somewhat more interested in droids than people, or at least that's the impression that I kind of got.
Sounds like a smart guy.
Yeah. So we were introduced to a Major Logos, who runs like the infantry outfit, the marine outfit of the ship, and we're informed that they managed to hack the communications of the Imperials. They had planned like a system-wide release, saying that they're taking over the system and that we are now officially under Imperial control, blah, blah, blah. So they managed to steal that and broadcast it to the adjacent system right ahead of the invasion, so that we were a little bit forewarned, and that's what was going on. And it's still, the invasion is still ongoing, so that some of the worlds have not yet been taken over. So I explained that we need to go get my kid from Gorum, where he's with the shepherds. So they ask me for information regarding the world we just left, and I try and give them some tactical information. I missed a check on providing them with information, so they don't have enough information to carry out operations in this world. So they decide to get us moving to the other worlds to, number one, warn them of the coming invasion with the broadcast, with a copy of the broadcast. But they also task us with erasing the the planetary census data, so that when the Imperial invasion comes, they don't have detailed records of who's on site, right? Or how to get dissidents and stuff like that, because we're assuming rightly that they are coming for the shepherds, them being Force users. So, since my son is there, it sounds like a plan to us. So we make our way to Gorum, and we dock the ship at the capital city and make our way to like City Hall, basically. And I tried to fast dock our way into the facility, and we managed to find out that the census data is kept like in a basement. So we take an elevator there, and we find a droid working the area, right? Working with the census, and I tried to bluff my way with like the badge, we're here to inspect the thing, because we're concerned about sabotage and whatnot, and it doesn't fly. So we trip like the droid trips like the alarm, and they warn us that they're gonna pump out the oxygen out of the area, and we're running out of excuses. So what we figured we'd do is shoot the droid and try to sabotage the census data as fast as we can. Because two of us are in danger. 1V, fortunately, doesn't really care if there's no oxygen in the computer archive, but Maxbil and Davian sure do. So
well, here's a question I got. Was 1V supposed to be with you two?
Yeah. And at some point, we're like, I feel like at this point, 1V would shoot the droid.
Yeah, we're ready.
It felt very natural. And then it was like, well, this is a good stopping point, because when we come back, I'm pretty sure Ivan is shooting the droid with his
okay.
blaster.
Well, hold on for a second then.
He's getting his blaster. There we go.
Listen, I'm not a LARPer or anything, but still,
Hey.
Anyhow.
Nice.
So the oxygen's being pumped out, or that we're threatening of the oxygen being pumped out?
So the droid has basically the droid decided to decline the request to allow them in, and it kind of deteriorated. And the droid tried calling upstairs to its supervisor, and then that phone call went on, and there was a little bit more effort to maybe, I think, try and hack the phone call to like spoof the other end of it.
That's correct.
And in that ensuing moment, the droid ends up pushing an alarm button, which then sends out this automated computer voice klaxon of everyone back in the elevator. The air is going to be evacuated. And it seems to hold up because the lobby has a bunch of like plastic plants and so on. And there looks like there's maybe 2 blast doors to the left and right of the reception desk that might be about to start closing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that does sound about right then. 1V has decided to remain silent and try to look like a docile, placid droid that's just following his master around. And at this point, he's had enough.
Okay.
He goes, well, this is stupid, and I'm just going to shoot the droid.
Okay. That's exactly what we knew this was going to happen. So
listen, we've seen 1V before. This is stupid.
Yes, wow. This is stupid. Yeah.
So now, let me get us all on screen here. It is time to start rolling some initial. Well, first we have to roll the duty chart.
Oh, duty chart.
Who wants to be 1 to 15?
I'll go 1 to 15.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go clockwise. 1d100. 7.
Ooh.
Okay. Maxbil, what is your duty area?
Tech procurement.
Tech procurement.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. Everybody's so Maxbill's wound threshold is 2 higher for the session, and then everybody else's is also 1 higher.
This is the wound threshold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
that is what duty does.
That is right.
That's some good duty.
Excellent. Oh, by the way, just in case I forgot, I used my 20 XPs. I got a 2nd rank on ranged light because I'm using light blaster pistols, so I need all the successes I can get. I also have the sidestep talent, which I already had from character creation, and I added the swift talent. Sidestep helps in combat, and swift is for moving quickly through terrain. It's a stepping stone, basically, to other stuff. But just wanted to get it out there.
I'm guessing maybe that it's skip setbacks, setback dice for terrain.
It's a weird thing. It only says do not suffer usual penalties for moving through difficult terrain. So I forgot the penalties for movement for terrain, but there might be something there. I need to check.
That's okay. So suffice it to say, if there's we'll ignore it for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get on to the simple, cool roll. I believe cool is probably the appropriate role for everybody on your side, because you're probably anticipating, that it's going to flip pretty quickly, or it could have flipped at any moment. So let's go ahead and do that bit.
And cool is I don't have my cool character sheet in front of me.
Goes off of presence.
Oh man. That's right.
Well, you were trying to be an unassuming and docile droid, and you had to,
I did.
present.
Okay.
Pun intended.
That worked out okay.
Look at that! 2 successes.
Ivan, do you have a character sheet that I made for you?
I do. It's a picture. Well, I'm getting.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because I just found it. I forgot where I had it on the computer, and I found it today. So it's like, ooh, look.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I've got that. Yeah, here he is. Yep, there's one before him. Yeah. Man, his cool sucks. I have to redo it with those new skills. But yes. I mean, you have to redo it. Anyhow, yeah. So I got 2 successes on my cool. All right.
Okay, so protocol droids have a presence of 2.
Get the hell out. I mean, my goodness.
And
Nice.
Yeah, that's it, though.
He goes last.
So, and I'm also going to roll for the people upstairs, the supervisors. It's the minion group of security guards, which may be arriving. And if I recall correctly, a minion group of 3 that starts on a 2 green will go up to a double yellow. Is that right? Or a double red?
I believe it's whatever skill it has, and then for every minion after the first, you upgrade. Isn't that how that goes? So you start like if they have a skill of 1 or no skill, whatever, but they must have an attribute. Then for every minion after the first, so it's going to be...
They only get the upgrades for skills that they have, actually.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, but I probably get some sort of upgrade, right? Because they have... Oh, if they don't have the skill, I see what you're saying. Well, if they don't have the skill, it stands to reason then that it goes off the stat, which is presence, and then I guess he has... It's 3 people total, so it's 2 upgrades, right? It's the skill. What's their present stat?
Well, I mean, it's going to be vigilance for them.
Okay, right. So what is their will
2
stat? So their will is 2, but they got 3 guys, so that upgrades it twice. So they just rolled 2 yellows.
I thought you only get the upgrades for
goes.
minions when.
That could be.
Yeah, see, that's. I think this is worth looking up. This is a learning moment here. Where's the minion group rules though?
We're going to find out right now. Do a quick check. Conflict and combat. It's going to be at the Game Master section.
Okay, that's what I thought. Do.
Yeah, look at us. All the rules for one part are all in one section.
408 or 302. One of those.
What a rich shit.
Okay, I'm using the index. We're going to try the index. We're going to check the quality of the index in this book, folks. That's a straight. Minions, page 409.
All right. Ooh. 409.
It's in the adversaries chapter.
Look, it's got a great little picture right there. Never encountered alone.
Minions do not possess skills. They can compensate for this by operating as a group. The minion's profile lists several skills in which that minion type gains ranks when acting as a group. Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the specified skills?
A minion group gains 1 skill rank for each member of the group beyond the first, so long as that skill is on the minion's list.
Ah. Cool.
Well,
otherwise they're screwed. They just rolled their...
Yep. So that's totally... That's on point.
Because otherwise they'd be super powerful at everything.
Yeah, and I just rolled 2 yellow, which was what I had. So let's discard that. And okay, so they just have 2
more
advantages.
like it.
Okay,
nice. So they all go last.
all right. So
Whatever rule makes them go last, I like that rule. So
Yeah.
So Ivan is first. 1v4n is first.
All right. So 1v4n is going to be rolling
Blasting.
the blasting. So that's with 2 greens and 1 yellow. Seeing as it's been an experience point. A very heavy experience point expenditure to take ranged heavy with my heavy blaster. I think it's not one of my skills, my good skills, cheap skills. Anyway, I'm just going to roll the damn dice. Now, you ready?
We're ready.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. Oh, success with 3 advantages. Oh, you know what?
It can trigger a critical hit.
Yeah, but what was it? How many was I supposed to be? I was supposed to be rolling purple dice too, huh?
Oops.
Yeah. So I believe we're within close range. We're basically like if you're standing right by Davian, like kind of like in just behind his shoulder, then you're really at that close personal range, which is easy. It's 1 purple.
Okay, let's see what this purple die. I can roll 1 purple die and see what it does to that pool. Don't roll a failure. Just roll a blank face.
Oh no! So you really have 3 advantage, correct?
Well, damn straight I do. What can I spend those on?
Pew!
Come on, it's got to do something.
Blaster bolt splashes off the wall, leaving a flaming crater.
Yeah, maybe knock him out of position.
Yeah,
or
three
give us,
three is a pretty high. I mean, like you can do things.
I missed him, but if he was actually pushing a button to actually get the oxygen out of the room, can I disable whatever mechanism that was by accident?
Yes. You disable whatever he was reaching for.
Ricochets off of him, and it's the mechanism that was doing that.
The sight's off. A shower of sparks on the control panel in front of him.
So we have another player character slot next in the initiative.
So I'm going to shoot him in that case. It's like, watch it 1v, and then I draw my blaster pistol, and I'm going to take a shot at him.
I'm going to fix this. So, I have it wrong. Yep. Hit it. So maneuver, ready the pistol, and
exactly,
and fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got it simple. See if it works. Let me double check my new score. Yep, that's it. Here we go. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
so that's 8 damage to him,
buddy,
and I get a triumph. So,
so you can invoke a critical with a triumph.
Yeah, let's invoke a critical and blow this droid out of existence.
Okay. So he is a rival. So I think, do you roll actually on the table for a rival?
If he's a minion, he's a rival.
Nope.
Yeah. So he probably does. Let me double check that, because I haven't mastered this in a while. So it's gonna be it's in the same page. 409. 410.
Rivals suffer critical injuries normally. However,
there you go.
When he suffers a wound threshold, he just dies.
Nice.
So with that in mind, critical injury. Roll a d100.
Yeah. And I don't know what he had for. Let me reset.
For soak.
For soak, yeah.
I'll let you know.
So, yeah, because he had 8 damage. Did you get that? 8 damage, and now it's 58 on the crit, which is agonizing wound. Target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1.
Oh my goodness gracious me!
So maybe that blows off like an arm or something. Oh wait, no, it's 9 wounds because the triumph. Okay, see, this is the part where I.
Okay.
Oh no! Look! This is a good roll because it illustrates that when Owen Mead tallies the results, it separates the success out of the triumph.
Right, it does. Yeah, I see that.
Do you see that? It's registering in the tally 3 successes when there's only 2. So it uncouples, which is correct. That's the correct rule. It uncouples the success from the triumph.
It's maybe
in the tally.
Little too helpful.
It's fantastic now that we know what it does.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
Now you don't even need to remember that a triumph is a success because Owen will remember it for you.
Thank you, Owen.
So, yeah, that's it. This guy is awesome. Yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's awesome. So, so it is 8. Sorry, and I do have an advantage left over. So,
the scale is usually help the next allied character. That's the sort of
but that usually takes 2. It says notice a single important point in the ongoing conflict. So I don't know. Let's just blast them and see what. I'll add a boost die to whoever's moving next.
Okay.
To Maxbil.
Okay.
The blue die.
All right. So between the quick thinking of 1v4n and Davian, they're set reeling, and so if there's definitely there feels like there's an advantage of time, as whatever the droid was about to do, is now bemoaning his lot in life instead, and maybe it looks like maybe his arm is bent backwards, and he's sort of it's just one of those bad situations for a droid with that special 3PO type body type. It's just bent into the wrong shape by that blaster bolt. So with that in mind, let's point at Maxbil and see how you receive this. Did you come out of the elevator and you're kind of close by the desk as well?
Yeah, I was. I think I ran around behind to try to spoof that call.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Is this thing's done for, right?
Well, I mean, droids are, they're relatively resilient creatures in some respects. One could guess that it doesn't seem likely that this droid will do much besides bemoan things, but he's definitely ambulating. Like he could run around and press buttons or knock over things. Yeah.
Okay, for good measure, then I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. All right. So you have an extra blue die because he really is absolutely on the back foot.
Okay, and then I'm rolling one purple in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for the range difficulty. Oh, yes. There we go.
I'm pleased with that roll.
Yes, you are.
Yep, looks good.
What weapon are you using?
I'm using the slug thrower pistol. So it's 4 plus 1, so it's 6 damage.
Okay.
6 damage.
So the report of an old-fashioned gun, which is significantly louder, especially when discharged indoors, than a blaster bolt, and the smell of powder rather than the ozone from a blaster bolt sizzles, and there's a few kind of dirtling murmurs of computer voice as the droid sizzles into non-being, and the two little lights flicker shut. So you got the extra advantage. You could have another maneuver, for example.
Yeah.
With double
Good shot,
advantage.
Max. See if you can abort the alarm.
Was that a slingshot? What did you just hit that with?
It's effective. Thank you. And Maxbil will move. So can I use my advantage to try and abort that alert call?
Yeah,
Use
in
a bow and
fact,
arrow.
I mean, you basically, it's a maneuver to like open a door or push a button, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, you're able to find the alarm, and it deactivates. Whoever's upstairs, has to take a first maneuver to go to the elevator, and they're basically 3 maneuvers away. So the first turn, even if they rush and they take strain, which they will, they're still they're a whole nother 1 maneuver in their next turn. So all the slots being the same, we come back to the top with the PC slot again.
So Davian says, get started on that sabotage on the census. We'll need to barricade ourselves. There's reinforcements on the way. So I duck behind one of the panels. Like I suppose there's like the rounded semicircular terminals or something. So I duck behind one of those pillars, and I'll tell the guys, take cover and get ready for reinforcements. and I'll draw my pistol and start, aiming at the turbo lift door.
So maneuver, cover, and then aim.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically it. Yeah. Next,
I think next is. Oh,
you
my
can
next.
you can
So
pick. I just jumped
my
in.
next
And,
move is to start working on the terminal, to try and input that code
Okay.
to mess up all the census data.
Well, you don't have a code per se, as a matter of fact. You just have an idea that this is all here. I mean, you can certainly, yeah. I mean, it's.
And by code, I don't mean like a pin. I'm talking like inputting code to
Okay.
scrap it or to convolute everything.
So, with this kind of direct access to a terminal, you can do that with mechanics and just destroy the. You could probably destroy the hard drives that way.
I mean, either way,
There's a chance.
mechanics are computer.
There's like the chance of it actually being zeroed out. It like, to be sure, is a computer's role.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
You can cause a lot of damage with a mechanics roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for the whole shebang.
Okay. I think it's going to be hard. So it'll be 3 purple. It's not excited to have its entire purpose erased.
Okay. Is this where force points could be used to?
Oh, this is a Destiny flip worthy moment.
Yeah.
Okay, or Destiny point rather. Then yes, I will go ahead and use a Destiny point to reduce this.
And what's
now? Does reduction? Do I add die or do I reduce die?
You could.
Because I'd rather reduce.
Yeah, well, it's 3 purple though.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to downgrade unless you removed one, but
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's worth.
If it's not in the play to reduce the difficulty, then I will add.
Theoretically, you can downgrade dice, but I hadn't considered to like reducing purples, right? Because
Let me see.
yeah, because it's usually downgrading from red to purple, but theoretically, if you run out of red dice, then I guess you decrease.
Yeah, but I think at that point you're messing with the base difficulty, which I think you're not
here we
supposed to
go.
do.
Okay.
Rules look up.
You to dig this up.
So yeah.
In the meantime,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's your computer skill there, Jim?
I've got I'm rocking 2 green and a yellow.
All right. So here's how it goes.
Okay.
Rank 1.
Or you're smart, huh?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's you got a so yeah, actually.
That's why I wasn't like computers, mechanics. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so yeah, flipping your die from to double to yellow green actually has got decent.
Yeah.
But here's how it works in the book.
Yeah, page 29.
Flip a green to a yellow. And if you don't have any greens to flip, then you just add a green to your all yellows if that's what you have. But that's not the case here. Use B, make it harder for an opponent. So there's to be someone there. So like you can do it in an opposed check or just on the fly for them. And then the rest of it is the lucky, better lucky than good flips and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. In any case, on page 29 it says downgrading more dice than available, and it says if all of the potential dice are already in their downgraded form, any further downgrades are ignored.
Right.
So that's how that works in any case. So Just be aware, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, so that
You
wouldn't be
Yeah.
available here because they're already on
And
purple.
what page were you on there, CGA?
For the Destiny flips, I am looking at for the source of them. It's 35 in my book.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it was somewhere right around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Awesome. Well, I was going to say, may I help them because I have 3 greens in computers. So can I give him a boost die
For sure. Yes.
Cool.
and use that as my action? Because seeing as he has almost no chance in hell. I mean, what I meant was, it's very unlikely.
So yeah, you said that can be one maneuver, and so then you would that'll eat one maneuver, but yeah.
Okay.
So that yeah.
All right. So
Not that button.
just
This
for
one. This one.
Final tally: 1 green, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 purple.
Nice.
It's 3
Or 3 purple.
3 purple.
3 purple.
Yeah.
3 purple. Okay.
Oh no!
Bless America.
Oh, it was that button.
I
No,
said the
not
other
that one. That one.
Okay. So
Damn droid.
I added an advantage, though. Look at that blue die with the advantage.
Yes.
so in the process of kind of getting into this, you actually I'm going to point out that you notice that this is without any expenditure of the advantages from you, and this may be related to the duty roll at the start of the session. You discover that there's also an accounting of a lot of where all the public property is, and like the shipments in transit, for example, and like where the pickups is, and so on. Like requisition of 72 light to be picked up at 2469 34 Gorber Street. There's just spreadsheets of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get specific, but there are things to be done with these advantages relating to that.
I was just reading that does look like what the example advantage spend on a computer's roll is, and I'm just imagining. Yeah, it's extra information. I'm just imagining with this advantage on the blue die from the droid that he's as you're flipping through all this data looking for the sensor, like, oh hey, look at this, hey look. He's opening up other windows and screens as you're trying to get to the actual information. He's like, look over there. Wow, this could be useful. Completely blowing the,
Okay.
the actual getting the information you're there
Right.
to get.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, look. This is fascinating. Got to take a picture of this.
Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna use. So I have 3 advantages to use here.
Yes.
Okay. So one, we're gonna. Would I have any way of exporting the information, downloading it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay. So I'm definitely gonna grab any technology type, any equipment, major equipment moves, that database of transfers and all of that of equipment. Is that track?
Yeah, I mean, you pull out a code cylinder and just jam it into a computer hole, and it there's a little.
It populates.
There's one big, there's one of those big Star Wars size blinking red lights that says like, your data is being downloaded.
Okay. So
Don't worry, Davian. We're getting to the good stuff. We just got to get this first.
Hurry up, guys. They're coming. How far is the elevator? Is it within short range or medium range?
I'm imagining that at this point it's this is out to so in the elevator is medium. in the
Inside
lobby.
the elevators.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So first advantage, I'm grabbing those manifests. Second advantage, I'm going to since I botched scrambling the census data, I'm going to pull it.
Oh yeah.
And put it on the same data stick. And then as my third advantage, I'm going to notice that there's a sensors like a sensor on the screen that shows, that I'm assuming this is a security terminal.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to tell me when that elevator door open and give Aloy a boost.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, what's that mean over there? What's that thing going? That little meter going down?
That looks like a target.
Oh,
hey, that's the elevator. It's almost here.
Slot 1. I think that's slot 1 of round 2. We just used here, so we're actually advancing to round 2 there.
Oh, you got it, Doc.
Yeah, we see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Freaking Mothra. My God.
Yeah.
That's a mosquito.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, where
Sorry.
you're from. I'd love to see a bug.
Fair enough.
That would be a sign that it'd be a good joy to see a bug at this point.
That would be a dove returning with an olive branch right about now. Anyhow, what happens next?
It's still to you guys. So I mean, is it 1v4n or is it yeah.
Oh, so this is another round.
We rolled over.
Still hasn't dropped. Yes,
we rolled over.
So
and it's
nice. So I aim again. Is because double aim action gives you 2 extra boost. So
okay.
So much boost. All the boost.
So let me work this out in my head. Yeah, because we went 1, 2, 3. We went bang, 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 shoot the droid 3 times, and we went droid, and we went guys get in the elevator and ride down the elevator, and they get in the elevator and start riding the elevator, and then we went Jim rolls on the computer's check. Yeah.
Watch his computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And 1v4 assists, which is kind of, it's nebulous how that timing wise works, but I mean,
yeah, it seems like it's my action.
Yeah, but I think it's your action. Yeah, I thought assisting was a maneuver. I don't know. We want to just
assist is a maneuver, so
it's a maneuver. So you still have an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could do another maneuver or do an actual action, perform a skill check or something.
Okay, yeah. For whatever reason, I thought it was actually my action.
I think.
I'm just looking at the assisted check section, so it's not really specifying whether it's an action or a maneuver. Fictionally, it seems like it would be an entire action, but
I mean, I feel like to do the very strong version of assist, where you combine your Voltron, the best skill and the best ability, but just throwing someone a boost die just doesn't seem like it should consume that much. And it also says assist is a maneuver, page 214. Yeah, throwing someone a boost die, maneuver.
Okay, then in that case, what do I want to do? Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. Well then, At this point, I guess at this point they're coming down the elevator.
Yeah, and the elevator's making it's an elevator with a dry ice machine.
Right.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess my only action at that point, like, because 1v4 and apparently is one. I try to just like see if I can just shoot the mechanism to stop the door from opening.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's probably still a ranged check. It's probably still a shooting, but one's, the success is, right there. And at this range, it'll be average, purple. And, yeah.
Purple, and let's see what happens with this. I just want to. I mean, look at that entire Black Destiny pool. That's bad. Okay, anyhow. That's two successes.
It's coming.
That's why I shut the door.
And you do.
That's two successes, although I'm not sure how much like, I suppose the door has soak or something. I don't even know what the rules are.
And no, I don't think this is a damage roll. Like, this is just sort of a test. Yeah. Just like Jim's roll was just a test. You can use the range. Yeah. So with that.
Yeah, so this is totally a Han Solo moment of just shooting. Like, I'm not sure what this is going to do, but I'm just going to shoot the key back.
Just going to shoot his shit.
Yeah.
Pew! Okay. The elevator control panel responds with a shower of sparks, and then a group of 3 security men, and the hissing door. They pour out from the door, and they are alerted from the pew, so that they come out and they blaze their guns a little bit, and so they will basically get a defense. They're just kind of advancing undercover, so they're just looking to kind of throw a setback die. So they make one maneuver into the lobby, and they kind of just suppressing fire. Pew 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 pew. This is the planetary security forces. Throw your weapons out. We will throw a grenade into the room if you do not surrender immediately.
Withdraw, I shall suck all the oxygen out of the atmosphere. And I just press a random button on the control panel.
Are they out of the elevator?
So they are out of the elevator.
Short range?
All three of them.
So they're in short range. Okay, cool. So whose action? Is it our actions now?
Well, I have these 2 slots, and I did not tell anyone that this was in my mind, but it has been in my mind for a few days. A computer technician is strolling, wearing a music entertainment device over his ears, and is strolling down a long gaping corridor of technological equipment, and he walks and he looks into the lobby and sees the security guys, and he looks over and he sees you guys banging away at the terminals, and he says, I did not ask for my new hardware to be delivered like this. Seriously, this is downtime is going to be another week with guys. Why are we shooting? And he just kind of interposes himself awkwardly in between the and it's sort of ambiguous. They look like they might shoot him. Show us your badge. Who are you? And then that's a complicating factor, and then we get back to a PC. Back to a PC slot.
Okay, so I'm going to take it, and with an incidental, I flip the switch to stun, and I am going to try and shoot the. Well, there's three of them. The one that I can best see, or if I see one with the grenades, that's the guy I'm trying to.
No, he
to
comes
shoot.
up close. I mean, I mean, like, I'm gonna say that he loses his covering fire die when he kind of turns and holds the IT guy at gunpoint.
All right. So I'm going to try and shoot him. So the difficulty is 1. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yes.
All right.
And
so
you're gonna need a boost die from the well, the aim really isn't. I don't know if it's
3
still,
boost die. Yeah. Yeah, it's still holding the aim.
Yeah.
So here we go. Did it go?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it did.
Hang on.
Oh,
I got to refresh. Oh, yeah. I think I hit him, boss. I don't know.
He hit all of them.
I may have hit him.
I think he blew up the
that's
Death
a
Star.
trick shot. Threw one off the elevator door into.
That's 8 strain damage because I'm trying to stun him. And I got a little bit of advantage there, so... So, does the hit take him out, or
I believe
the 8 points?
Let me just confirm what's going on with this guy, with the soak level of these guys.
Well, they're minions, I believe.
They
so,
are minions, and they are their soak is just 3. So yeah, you take that guy out.
All right, cool. So, let's see.
Now
I got 6.
That's all there is.
Do the others have cover, or no?
They have their covering fire die, like they're advancing under pew pew.
Okay, but I'm gonna declare then that that gives them that gives us a black die to shoot them, right? Okay, but since I'm opening fire against these guys, and they see that my blaster fire is pretty accurate, and they see one of their guys fall down, they lose cohesion, and they get distracted by all the blaster fire. So I'm gonna spend. Let's see. It's probably 3. Yeah, it's 3 advantage each. Negates their cover according to the game master screen.
I think that
negates
probably
their defensive bonuses.
I think it's probably appropriate to say that the minion group as a whole is
covered under under 3 advantage, so it's cheaper. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of one enemy in a notional sense.
Yeah. So okay, so 3 to them. So, and then I'm gonna give 1 advantage, 1 boost die to Ivan if he's gonna shoot, or whoever is the one moving next. I'm gonna give him 1 blue die, and yeah, that's probably about it. And I yelled to the technician, "Get down, fool! Watch the crossfire!" And then
Crossfire. Sorry.
On to next guy.
It's a treasure, it's childhood treasure. That ad is burned into my brain for eternity.
Okay.
So who wants to go next? Sorry, let's.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot one of the guys in the knee
Okay.
because I'm not gonna put it on stun because that would take me too long. And well, I don't care. I just blew up a door.
All right. Well, I am going to say that that this is feels like combat, and it does feel like there's a lot of different angles. Anyway, I'm going to throw a destiny at this. Yeah, I'm going to flip one of your dice.
It's only an incidental to switch to stun, you know.
Just that's unnecessary. All right, so you flip one of my dice, which means that you're going to turn one of my yellows to green. Is that the idea?
No. I mean one of your purple will turn red.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so my purple will turn red. So, like, how difficult is this?
It's just one at this distance.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a one red.
Right. Yeah, and you get a blue from.
I got a boost. I got a boost die. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I think I'm rolling the correct.
There would have been a black, but it's gone now.
You could use the maneuver that you have in this round to aim if you wish. That gives you an extra blue. You know, you get a maneuver and an action each round.
Right. No. Let's see. What can I do for a maneuver?
You can take your maneuver after you take your action.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm taking my maneuver. I can take my maneuver after this incredible shot. Because I like a maneuver in my back pocket.
Sure.
Okay, 1 success, 2 advantage.
Ooh, that's nice. So the carbine is 9 damage plus 1 would be 10 damage to that guy.
Ah! So yeah, there's the classic Foley of someone being injured horribly, which you got to use that Foley.
You don't want to get shot in the knee. That's just horrible.
Yeah.
I used to be a security guard.
Blew out his kneecap, so you know.
I took them both to the knee.
So, owing not to the aim, but due to the keen shooting skills of 1v4n, this guy's also shot down, and I think that there's enough spare damage rattling around from Aloy's shot too that's actually that's all of them. The other guy is sent cowering behind one of the potted plants.
Nice. All right. So that's combat then. Do we snap out of rounds or do we
I think we snap out of
rounds?
rounds. I think we snap out of rounds, yeah.
All right. So I go over, still pointing with my gun, and I go for the guy who's cowering behind the plants, and I tell him, drop your weapon, lay down on the floor, put your hands behind your back.
He's compliant.
He's compliant.
He sees your uniform and says, "What are you trying to do here?"
There's no time to explain, but sorry about that. And I snap my binders on him so his wrists are, he's handcuffed behind his back. Listen to me carefully. There's an Imperial invasion coming. We're here to erase the census data banks. We don't want to give them the upper hand. They've already taken over. What was the name of the original planet? Scintilla?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they've already taken over Scintilla. They're coming for the rest of the sisters. I'm just telling him that he's cuffed.
His comm link is going, "What's going on down there?"
When I finish with that, I will go to the guy whose kneecap was just completely destroyed, and I will use my stim pack to bind his wound.
Okay. The technician is just kind of looking around, and he's gonna go for the elevator. Just kind of like he kind of just like, I'm going to take my chances.
So I'll yell at him, "Stop right there!" And I want to coerce him into stopping.
Okay, roll.
Nice. So I guess he opposes coercion with what? Will?
I feel like that might be, it's.
Sounds like a Willy thing.
I think it's discipline.
Oh, that's right.
There's a matrix.
Yeah, and discipline defaults to will anyway, so you check it out anyway, but so you
The
tell me
social
how many
skill,
purples.
it's discipline.
So it's willpower if he doesn't have the skill. How many purples and reds do I?
You are just at 2 purple.
All right.
But he's nobody's fool. You know, he's the tech guy in the basement, and you know, everybody needs him. He doesn't need anybody, and you know, it would be foolish to get rid of him. I mean, he's so valuable, and so actually the difficulty is upgraded once, and and I'm gonna actually throw that. I'm gonna throw that another. I'm gonna flip another destiny. Because he's just.
You can only flip one.
Oh no! I mean he's nobody's fool. He's a talent. That's his talent.
Oh, cool. So you're gonna flip another one and make it 2 reds.
Yes,
then?
double red. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip one of those destiny points right back at you because this is really important.
Okay.
So I'm gonna upgrade.
Like he heard you ramble on about the rebel line, like, you know, the Imperials are coming. It's like, all right, I'm going home.
The Imperials are coming. The Imperials are coming.
Yeah, hold it right there. Don't move or I'll shoot.
All right, let's see what happens.
And he complies. It's like, get back here.
All right, he pauses. He pauses. Just fully like taking off his headphones and wrapping them up. All right.
So I say,
all right, whatever. You got me. Whatever.
Yeah. So go over there, stand by the droid, and I check the wounded guy, see if he has like any binders on him, or you know, or other stim packs or anything additional that might be useful.
The guard has binders. He has his comm link, which is blowing up. And he did in fact have a stun grenade.
Ooh, nice. So I will take the stun grenade and all the binders and bind all 3 guys and the technician. So they had 3 binders. I had 1 set of binders. So I have enough to bind everybody in here. But I'll keep that stun grenade.
Davian.
Might be useful.
Davian.
And I say, what's going on with the data? Did you wipe it?
No, it wasn't wiped. You know, it occurs to me that this man might be able to help us.
Oh, the technician?
No, the man I just shot in the kneecap. Yes, the technician.
Well, you heard the droid. Go help him. And I release the binders again.
You guys change your minds very quickly.
So Maxbil pauses mid-swing to mechanically fix the data. He's ready to hit it with a wrench.
Easy on the equipment, buddy. Easy. It took me years to get them to order one of those. You have no idea the kind of budget I'm working under. What do you want?
We need the census data destroyed.
Yeah.
Removed.
Okay. I mean...
And you're in luck. It's right here.
Yeah, all right. You know there are backups, right?
That was the idea. I imagined that if my astute friend here were to destroy the backup, there would still be more data.
I mean, I don't think everybody knows where they are. I mean, I think I'm. At the I mean, since you guys just destroyed 6P's memory core, by the look of it, I think I may be the only person who knows where the backups are. Anyway, I mean, why don't you just take the hard drives out and blast them? They're over there. You don't have to destroy anything else. We'll talk about the backups, you know, after we leave.
What's your name again? I'm afraid I didn't catch it. My name's 1V. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Marius, and I like tropical beaches. How about you?
I'm not one for beaches myself, but listen, if we destroy the hard drives and you're the only person that knows where the backups are, then we don't necessarily need to destroy the backups, do we?
That's right.
We only need to get rid of the person that knows where they are.
Oh,
dear.
What
that is true. What? But
he's trying to say is, you'll be coming with us.
We don't need another passenger.
This is yes.
We just need to kill him.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
If you kill me, there's nothing stopping the Imperials from finding them, because they'll never be destroyed. They'll eventually get to them.
That's right.
That's tiresome.
No, 1V, hold it. Look, let's be reasonable here. We don't want further bloodshed. We're not the Imperials. We're just trying to stop them. Listen to me, Marius. We have the evidence right here. As a matter of fact, take a look at this intercepted message. It announces the coming of the Imperials. They'll be here any moment. They already took over Scintilla. Now I got Scylla and Charybdis from the other day. So here's the message. Is there any way we can patch it through the planetary wideband? We need to alert the populace to take steps. If we can get them to start evacuating before the Imperials show up, they won't round up all of the shepherds.
Right.
So
okay, well, that all sounds very interesting to me. Hey, that's a nice antique you have there. And he looks at your slug thrower pistol. Yeah, those, you don't see those much outside of the outer rim. It's a nice one. I like that. I like it, you know.
What kind of blaster pistols did the guards have? Regular blasters?
Yeah, blaster pistols.
Blaster pistols. So I'll take one, and I'll look at Maxbil. Would you be willing to trade your slug thrower? Here's a nice blaster for you.
Do I have to trade?
Well, if I understand Marius correctly, he's offering to trade his help for that nice slug thrower that you carry.
I mean, I'll take the blaster pistol, too. That's fine.
All right. So I'll draw out the power pack and make sure it's not loaded. I say, here you go.
Fair's fair. Thank you. All right.
Fair.
He's still now holding, but he's now holding a gun though. He feels much. He feels much more empowered holding an empty gun in this conversation.
Yep.
The backups, the data backs up automatically during census events at the Duros clan station in orbit, and it's also the orbital main port. So it should probably be backed up in the traffic control. It doesn't back up. Each census, yearly census backs up there, and then they scrub their data every year. So, they overwrite. But there's probably a backup there. It's a lot of stuff down here is watched pretty closely because they try to, they don't want anyone using the data for what you claim the Empire is going to use it for. We've had a history of people kidnapping kids out of villages. That's happened before. So, actually, I don't have any super secret backups. I do happen to have a super secret power supply, though.
Okay.
So he's going to try and make a skullduggery roll to try and throw a magazine into the blaster pistol.
Okay.
Which is opposed by vigilance.
Mm-hmm.
Who's being vigilant today?
Oh, are you kidding me? I just handed him a gun.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not taking my eyes off him, and I got my gun in my hand. So,
yeah, my vigilance not as great.
So anyway, this is an opposed skullduggery versus vigilance.
Mm-hmm.
So I got yellow and 2 greens.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if he's rolling, then maybe it's red and 2 purples for him. Or am I rolling versus his skullduggery?
No, it's one pool. So it's going to be 2 purple, and I'm going to upgrade it to
for me.
I'm going to flip to purple red.
Yeah, because in opposed roll, the opposed roll, the difficulty is the other person's skill.
Yeah, so he's rolling, or am I rolling?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna roll it, and he's got one purple and 1 yellow, red. You said
that? Yep, that's right. And we need to flip a pool. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it. There, I flipped it.
Okay, so it's 1 red and 1 purple.
Oh,
here we go.
That's not what I wanted to do there. Okay.
There you go. So here we go. Oops. So I guess he does it.
Okay. He did it. But you will also, in the ensuing, what would you like to use those advantages for?
He pushes 1v4N down, says, get down 1v, don't get hurt. Okay,
well, that's not a bad thing. I could do it, right? So it's
never mind.
I will give warning to 1V and Maxbil. So if I can give for 1 advantage, I can give.
You can boost their
blue die. Yeah, blue die each. I'll do that. Blue die each. I'll take my chances with whatever he does.
So, I don't know how you guys are going to get out of the building. I'm going to go my own way. So he's going to try. So he works on attempting to set the blaster pistol to start overloading. And so that's what he's just like, I hope you have a good time getting out of the building. I don't know a great deal about traffic control in the spaceport, if that's where you're headed. And I'm sure that the other security detail will come looking for these guys in a few minutes. So have a good one. I'm going to be holding this bomb and walking down that hallway. And I'll probably throw it behind me, And you can try and figure out if he really set it to overload. He continues to work at it, like he's trying to get it to at least start making some revving humming sounds. But he gets distracted, like he lets the moment go on.
He's a little bit more nervous than he's letting on.
Yeah.
So I guess I shoot him.
Okay.
So it's 1 purple difficulty, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
gonna flip it back. Actually,
okay.
I'm gonna flip. So there we go.
To a red.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say I'm sorry you chose to look at it this way. And I aim at him and I pull the trigger.
Okay.
So boom, that's 8 damage. But it's stun damage, so it goes to his it's normally soaked, but it goes to strain instead of wounds.
Okay. Well, so he staggers and he's kind of staggers and turns. 1v4N and Maxbil, how do you receive this encounter?
I'm gonna tackle him
Okay.
because I want him alive.
So I'm gonna throw the high gravity setback die at you.
Okay.
And I believe that melee is always average difficulty, so it's always
Yes, it's always 2.
It's always purple.
Yes.
2 purple, 1 red, yes, or 1 black.
1 black.
1 black. Okay. And then what is the? Am I just using straight brawn? Am I using athletics?
If you don't have a brawl skill, then it will be straight brawn, I believe.
I do not have a. Oh wait, hold on. Do I have? Yeah, I do have a brawl skill. A brawl
Really?
skill. Yes,
All right.
I do.
Shut the heck up. Brawl.
Okay, and then I will use 1 destiny point to flip my green to a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my 1 boost from Davian.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna roll now.
Oh,
Okay.
so not quite, but
Well, you get in there
Okay.
and you start fisticuffing him, and
Okay.
tell me what you
So-
do besides hurt him.
Yeah, anything but. So I get in there and noticing that I don't, because the gravity's so heavy, I don't actually have enough to knock him to the ground or anything. I do have the ability to
maybe
knock the weapon out of his hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
Yep. 1v4N.
Two.
Oh,
Hold on.
no,
I got 3 more advantages.
Well, that's
Or is that just that's all of it.
That's maybe 3. That's between 2 and 3 to
Yeah,
do
that's
the
probably
disarm.
3.
Yeah, disarm's
Yeah.
probably 3.
So the other thing that I'll do is I will, if I can't hurt him, I'll turn him so his back is to 1v4 again.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. And just for the record, from the screen, it's officially 3 to disarm the opponent. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. My intuition was just kind of
that correct. That is correct.
Well, if droids can sigh,
Mm-hmm.
and they can, there's that sigh is coming out of 1B, and at this point, he's no longer interested in this ridiculous parody before him, and is more just interested in, like, well, we're here to destroy this stuff. We know where the backups are. I want to mechanically destroy the data that's here now, like this, like Maxbil was reasonably going to do before he started tackling this guy who's obviously stoned or God knows what. And so I'm gonna.
If you had scent receptors.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, at this point, forget it. I'm just going to completely ignore everything that's going on with me. With them at this point, and I'm going to set about trying to destroy the actual data cores in front of us, and then splitting because of why are we still here? That's all he's thinking. This is ridiculous. Organics.
I see no reason why it shouldn't be simple to just blow it up.
Okay. So are we going with, like, we're not even using mechanics, or what? What are we using for, like,
sorry.
skill?
One die mechanics, 1 purple mechanics.
Oh, okay. Then we'll do that. And
And let's. I'm gonna flip one.
Okay.
because it could blow up in your face.
Ooh.
If I had a face.
Touche.
Face plate or something.
Face plate. So we're gonna call it. So we're gonna call it a red die.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And because this is super important, and let's get out of here. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip one myself. So what I just hit it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna upgrade one of these greens to a yellow. So I'm gonna do actually now 1 green, 2 yellows against your red.
Nice.
And yeah.
Yes. There we go. You got a threat though.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just gonna hit you with a strain.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you destroying it? Just shooting at it, or what are you doing? Like grabbing a wrench or something and
Yeah,
and
I think
whacking it?
I'm grabbing one of the wrenches, and
so
I'm just
maybe
like really
when-
just smashing the heck out of it.
But you get a jolt of electricity during one of those, and that's your system strain, right? That's your
Yeah.
the blue lightning thing goes over.
It's all around me. It's like R2 getting hit by the Jawa. I think.
Exactly.
All right. So with that,
He's just hoping that nobody actually sees that.
so with that, I'm gonna flip a destiny, and the lights the lights go out in this room, and there's kind of the general building wide fire alarm.
Oh,
Starts to sound.
nice.
Great.
And we still haven't knocked out our guy, right? So
No, he's just crawling away. He's trying to abscond.
Gentlemen, I think that's our cue.
we might as well take advantage of the confusion and get out of here.
I think it's an excellent idea, Davian.
Okay,
Let's go.
so you guys leave Marius?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
He
yeah.
doesn't really.
He's grunting and groaning on the floor. He's semi-conscious.
Yeah, we were more concerned that he was leaving before we finished the job, but the job is done, and now there's going to be general confusion. So this is good for our escape.
Okay. All right. So let's wipe to like kind of somewhere into your escape route. What is your escape route?
Well, that depends. One thing, just point of information: the 2 places he said the backup was likely to be is orbitally,
Mm-hmm.
some kind of orbital state, and then it's also like in the. Was there a second one?
No.
No, it's the orbital Duros station, right?
Okay,
Is that what he said?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's something about it being some kind of control center too, or
Yeah, like air traffic control.
okay.
Right.
Okay, so it's one. Okay, so then it's off world.
It's on a space
It's
station.
an orbit. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. That's the point. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's in space. We can blow it up, or something. Not the whole station. My goodness, how ridiculous.
So 1v. So maybe if that backup is in orbit, we could go get my son Adrian, and then once we get off planet, we could. Well, we need to send out this system-wide signal. Perhaps that station is where we should go next.
It would make sense. What about your son? Where is he?
Well, he's got to be on planet. I'm going to try and call him. Let's get out of here first, and then I'll see if I can raise him on the comm link.
Yes, let's go.
Okay. So, how are you trying to leave the building?
Fast.
Well,
Quickly
people
as possible.
exactly. Well,
Where are we parked? That's the thing compared to this building, because I wasn't here for that part. So
boop, boop. Sorry.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, like
where
the spaceport, like a taxi ride away.
Far away. Okay,
Like
fantastic.
A tram ride away.
All right, then we need to go to where the taxis are.
So yeah,
the idea is to try to blend in with the crowd, right? Because there's the building's being evacuated due to the fire alarm, isn't it? Or do I flip a point and say the building is being evacuated because of the fire alarm? Right. That's not a question anymore.
okay. So I think that disguise is probably like just trying to blend in is probably
Yeah.
And so I'm given to say that the skullduggery is probably the thing you need to do to kind of make sure that you look clean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can do skullduggery.
Yeah.
I can skulldug. And do we each roll individually, or how do we have a group roll? Or?
I think we probably are looking for. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like if there was only a group roll type mechanic.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things where you could, this is not necessarily in the book, but there's a rule for other games called what is it? Slowest and loudest. It's called in Burn.
That sounds great. Let's do that.
It's the worst guy gets to roll, but I would lobby for assistance.
Yeah.
Because these guys know what they're doing. So maybe I roll and they assist me.
Yeah, whoever's the worst
I only
at
have 2
skullduggery.
green. I have 2 green for skullduggery. What do you guys have?
I have 2 green and a yellow.
Ooh, okay.
Oh wow! I have a green and a yellow.
Okay, so
you have 2 green.
I have 2 green, and
that's from your ability.
Yes.
Okay, and then Maxbil's what do you have 3 of?
What do I have 3 of?
Yeah.
The ability or the skill? You only have level 1 skills, so you only have
Okay, so that means
he would give me his.
You get 1 upgrade.
I use exactly, so it becomes 1 green and 1 red. And what's the difficulty here?
I'm considering how messy y'all got, and whether and how much of a description of y'all got. Okay.
And it's probably based off of the vigilance, right? So
yeah.
I've been listening to Order 66, and the way they would analyze the situation, because we're all learning the game, right? They say, base the difficulty of the skill. So whatever the vigilance of the guards is, that's the base difficulty.
Yeah.
And then upgrade it if you feel like upgrading, and then consider the situational modifiers. Are we dirty? Are we shut up? Do they have a description? And those are the setback die that you would add, right?
Okay. Well, in that case,
that's the train of thought that they use, and it sounds, I don't know,
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think we also have to consider, like, did Marius's dealer visit them as well today?
Well, the thing about a server farm is it takes a lot of electricity, not unlike grow lights.
Okay. All right, yeah.
So what would be the base difficulty base of the vigilance, do you think?
So it's just going to start at 2.
2 purples?
Yeah,
okay.
there's not like some secret rival or nemesis, up in the control room. And then I do think that, there was that suspicious moment going through the checkpoint, which I think is worthy of an upgrade.
Okay.
And then I think that there was the alarm raised by the droid, which is the setback die. There's a known thing. They did dispatch a security detail, which is still missing.
So they're in a heightened state of alert, basically, right?
Yep. And so I believe that probably purple, red, black is where it's at. And hold on, and 1 more black, because y'all are not quite used to the gravity, and so you're going to stand out because your footfalls are going to be a little bit heavy.
So yeah, the way we walk is different from the local, so it stands out. That's cool. So I think this is a good moment to flip that last
I concur.
white die and try and get us a little bit of help. Can I lobby for my planetary security uniform, or that could actually work against me? Maybe that's not a good enough justification for a blue.
I think it's kind of a wash because that's actually the reason the die is getting upgraded.
Okay.
Is because
That
of the
sounds
original
fair.
incident. Yeah.
Sure. That sounds fair. All right, so here we go, guys. Get ready for it. Oh.
Well, the good thing is just failure is just failure.
Yeah,
That's-
it's just one failure. Yeah.
Several failures don't stack, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, assembling at like the fire, the fire evacuation point. The woman at the checkpoint sees you again, and she recognizes you with 1v with the. Hey, you're the guy with the droid, and the informant. And she looks at Maxbil and says, I never really got clear on why you why the officer was bringing you inside the building. That's all. Who are you again?
It's a good question.
I think it's better that it's like you can't see all of it. It's even better.
Sir.
Use what? It's halfway off. Move it to the side. Use the grenade. That sounds good. Yeah. No, I don't know.
But okay, so these guys are looking at it. It's like he's trying to.
We're having this total recall moment. It's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, the officer is just kind of looking suspiciously at you, Maxbil, and just wondering, who are you anyway?
It's only one woman though.
It's just her right now. Yeah, she's just she's just minding her business.
Well, who I am. Story that I think you'll enjoy. In an effort to stall, to give
No, I understand.
our good man Davian the wherewithal to maybe, like, this is genuine, like, I'm going to try and stall so that one of our guys can do something.
Okay. Let's just call it like a one die cool. So it's just one purple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just a quick like bullshit artist check. Pardon the internet. Sorry, internet, but this.
Boo!
Hey, it's not my channel.
Not working.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just she's like, all right, and like, who are you? And she kind of gets to her hip, and she's like, seriously, you need to explain yourself.
Yeah. Oh man. So, so I say, I'm sorry about this. I draw the gun and I shoot her on stun again.
All right, so
Shooter?
I
On stun.
told you it was an interesting story.
okay, all right, yeah, let's do it. So I'm just gonna roll her vigilance for now, and I'm gonna upgrade it. So there we go.
So we're gonna roll initiative first, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so I got
Come on.
I got no successes.
Come on. Did it go through? My internet
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
wonky.
you're good. You got one success.
Yeah, sometimes on mid you got to refresh it.
Yeah, I just. Oh, yes.
Get stuck. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So I got something out of it. So then.
So.
Any upgrades on the difficulty to shoot her?
No. I mean, what about these guys? That's all.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I'll whoops.
I guess we already know that we already had Maxbil roll a cool, so I don't know if we need to do another.
I got rid of a destiny somehow. What did I do? Oh, there. Yeah, it's back. Yeah, I hit the wrong thing. Oh, an advantage, hooray.
Okay, so advantage is the tiebreaker for these. So I believe then it goes. So yeah, then you guys actually got it because she didn't roll any successes. Yeah, so you're free to act. I believe that's what I rolled.
All right. So all right. So here we go. It's 2 yellows and a green versus 1 purple. Here we go.
Looks like she's been working hard. She needs a nap.
Oh yeah. There we go. She takes a nap. And that triumph means that I do it and she just collapses and like the shot, it just goes up against her skin and nobody notices, right? Just like a little flash and I'm so close to her that I stick the gun in her ribs and shoot her.
That's it. We never hear from her again and you guys leave the scene and you're at the spaceport.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Unless you want to do something else.
All right. Are there other people around?
Yeah. I mean, there's like she was hobnobbing with some other cops, like, you know, and then she saw you guys again, and she's like, "Excuse me for a second." And
then I'm yelling, "Quick! She's taken ill! Somebody call the medics!"
Okay.
Some of the doctor at once. I'm like helping this poor woman.
She's fainted.
Having a heart attack or fainting or something's dreadfully wrong with her. Please help! I'm just doing my best 3PO imitation. You know.
Okay.
I'm helping this poor woman down.
All right. So yeah, you're on the subway together.
Yes.
You're on the subway together. You got to look each other in the eye about what you just did.
Well, we didn't really kill anybody except for a blown kneecap, and I did spend my only stim pack.
And a droid.
Davian.
Who cares about the droid?
Do you recall when you told me not to shoot people unless it was absolutely necessary?
Yes, I do.
How many people did you shoot today?
Too many. Way too many.
I shot 1.
Yes, I shot more than you, but I did it on stun.
You shot a nice woman.
Yes. I'm not proud of that, but we do what we must. At least we've delayed the Imperials getting the census data. Hopefully, we can turn that delay into a complete stop if we manage to get to the backups. So unless anybody has any objections, I say we try to get my son and find a way to release this broadcast message so that the entire system can get it.
Yes.
We need to find a way to broadcast this. I don't know anything about computers or communications gear. So if you two can come up with a way that we can transmit this to as many people as possible, that should accomplish most of our mission.
I hate to say it, but he's the expert.
Absolutely. He's just speechless that a droid just admitted that.
This droid in particular.
Yeah, exactly. From what I've learned so far.
Will we be able to broadcast it here from the surface well enough, or do we need to go to the station?
We would have a better...
Is something wrong with your vocal processor?
I do not have a vocal processor.
Perhaps you could get an upgrade. Hold on, I will try to turn down my temp.
I I process in speed, so
Run my tempo processor. So it's just where would
It would be easier and further reaching from the station.
I was afraid you going. This is maddening to say that.
excellent.
Well, then, I hate to say this, but it appears that we will probably have to get your son first, because if things go the way they've been going, once we go to the station and try to broadcast from there and destroy the data there, more than likely we're going to have to evacuate immediately.
Yes.
And they will probably have giant posters of us that would be very unlikely we'd be back here without serious disguises.
So getting to the spaceport and humming, getting the shuttlecraft, which it got cleaned, it got detailed, and all the old whaler stuff got scrubbed off of it by the droid inhabitants of the coral reef.
Oh.
Too kind.
And let me tell you something. Time out. Like, I got so excited before this session started because I confused Eloy's session, this one, and I thought we had this really cool spaceship, and we don't. My skull. Anyhow,
That's right.
we're instead I'm piloting this freaking thing with a freaking piece of duct tape over the window. Anyhow, let's go. You may continue.
With the longhorns.
I was all
with the
excited.
longhorns in front. Yeah. Maybe the longhorns burned off on re-entry. You know?
I forgot. I was freaking driving like a Dodge Dart. You know?
Wow.
It does have something of that air about it, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It has character.
Yeah, but with no exhaust. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow.
No AC, no power, anything, but character.
Yeah. Anyhow.
So you get into the cockpit and you start kind of unpacking the data and that you got in these code cylinders and kind of getting it out, and so there's a
Is he frozen or is it me? My connection is.
Oh no, it's me.
Thinking.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
It's biological lag.
Oh.
Okay. So there's a massive requisition shipment, which is due to be picked up at the spaceport of actually there's four light airspeeder patrol craft, like cloud cars, which have just been delivered and are waiting at the spaceport. And it looks like the pilots for it actually are. They got stranded by the solar conjunction on Scintilla, and so there's these four cloud cars at the station, which are just kind of languishing away unclaimed. That is all.
Now these superior vehicles to the one we have, are space worthy?
No, these are air speeders, right?
Oh, airspeed. Oh,
They'll make orbit. No, they're like the Cloud City cars. The Cloud City
okay.
cars. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I will, on my comlink, try to raise Adrian, my son, see if he's answering.
I'm just gonna say no, because they're Luddites. Their whole thing is that they're into being Amish. So they do take advantage of like the local healthcare, and they do participate in local government and trade and so on, but they're
Got it.
They just don't own technology of their own.
So, Maxbil, did you get a copy of that census data before we left, or did?
I sure did.
Maybe there's a record of Idrian in there. Check, see if there's any Davian Sur marked in that data. We need to find out where he is.
Yeah, I'll plug it in the terminal and try and pull it up.
I see no reason this should be a roll. I mean, after about 10 minutes, it pings up and it says that, and so he's last present. He's present. He was visiting a friend who's injured in a giant reptile encounter at the South Polar settlement.
And that's our destination, gentlemen. And is that maybe a good place to stop, or?
Looking around for the other gentleman. You used the plural.
That's right.
Oh, it was a pejorative. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean that as an insult, 1V. Sorry.
He's neither gentle nor a man.
It's a figure of speech.
I fear someone insulted. Yeah, going to South Pole. I mean, I don't mind stopping here. Now we gotta. What are we gonna do?
Time-wise, I mean,
it seems like a
it does seem like a natural chapter break. Yeah, the working the duty in this is before we go off air. I mean, it's a challenge. Like, that's interesting. Like, with this session length, and you roll it, and like, I really did try, Jim. I tried to push it, and I was like, how hard can I push it, and like, where, like, how can I put it? Like, should I put it under your nose? How distant should it be? It was an interesting challenge.
Well, alternately, you could roll every other session, right?
Oh man, no man. We did that for Star Trek. Remember, man? We we held off the milestones, and we didn't let you reactivate the supporting dudes and all that, and it just.
Oh, that's true.
Remember,
true.
Yeah. I don't want to do that again, man. That's me.
It's cool.
Just me talking.
It's cool. I'm just trying to help you. So whatever it's more helpful.
I mean, it's really a question for Jim. Like, do you feel like that, rose the level of a duty activation? Like, how did you interact with that? Like, did it come soon enough? And then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it came soon enough. I just don't think anything in the story, genuinely lended to me, short of me being absolutely obtuse and saying, no, we need to go to this location to get that equipment.
Which you totally can do. And
yeah, but I just didn't feel like this was a situation in which my character would have been totally obtuse. Now, if I would have seen something on that minute. Now, that being said, it's if something would have been close, maybe, but I didn't feel like there would be anything close. But that being said, if we have the opportunity in the polar region, it may be something that Maxbil doesn't exactly outwardly express that he's interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But he was definitely very agreeable about going to the polar region first.
Okay. All right. So Okay. Okay. So I mean, there's the flight there, and you can look through that to find something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay. So I presented the information in a way that it wasn't do or die. And the thing wasn't gotten. So maybe this is kind of one of those things, duty doesn't, you don't get any more points on the chart.
Right. Okay.
But, so the thing happened. I don't know. What does everybody think about that as a interpreted, do we do it? I don't want to do it wrong. If we need to do more of it, we should. That's and I just want to respect the role. But maybe we did the right amount. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm not super up on how duty works. I remember going through obligation, but you know, I skimmed over the duty rules honestly, so I can't really comment.
It seems like it's supposed to be like a dangling bait.
Right.
Like you're supposed to dangle bait.
And what was your duty type? I'm sorry. I couldn't recall.
Tech procurement.
Okay, yeah.
So, well, you kind of dangled just a couple of air speeders right in front of him, right? It's just we can't take him off world, but that's technology that you could get for the Alliance, right? Is that the type of?
Well, so, but that being said, that having that manifest.
The manifest itself, like it will expire, like it's going to get older and not as useful for commandeering. But you know, it's good for like 3 or 4 days. You know, there's about there's 100 possible burglaries today. You know, maybe 50 the next day, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, check, see if there's something in the South Polar region. Maybe there's something we can, get my son and procure.
Well, and that's what I was saying is I think we're going that direction. Is there something in the South Polar region? But Maxbil is not being forthcoming with that information. He was quick to agree to go to the South Polar region. Nothing else.
Okay.
No necessary reason for anybody else to think that was odd or awkward, but it was probably his quickest response that you guys have gotten out of him.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So
well, it is kind of different to hear Jim talk now instead of hearing Mac.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
Yeah, it's remarkable between the stutter and the incredible lag. It's like he's from the super south.
I mean, that said, like I mean, it's not like it's I don't know. This is an interesting one. I mean, should we stay on air for this to talk about character voices?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
No, absolutely.
So
I think that's the most
character
important
voices
part.
have such a history in the hobby. Like there's the like some people don't like the high pitched gnome voices. Like when some people play a gnome and they always talk with their gnome like this.
Right.
I don't really mind personally.
Freaking Emily Latella.
Yeah.
But like that's irksome to some segment of the population. So
well, then I will ask Ivan: is that genuinely like that stutter, like that attempt of control of the stutter? Because when we were hot and things were banging in the ship and we were potentially going to die because of hull breach, the stutter came out. I started talking a lot quicker, but there was a lot of stutter, as opposed to the slower, more controlled speech.
No, so I like that character.
Okay.
I enjoy it because
it doesn't bother.
Yeah, you talk at normal speed, like when you're saying what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so like it's cool. Yeah.
No, I like how that character comes out as this guy. Just like, man, he talk. I like that. I mean, that makes him.
I lost that part of it.
Yeah,
we
cut
cut out.
in and out.
You cut out audio.
Right at the key point of the.
He's kind of an odd duck. Like he's just not, he's got a personality and it's the way he talks. It's not that you have to make a voice, but just talk like he does.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like with 1V. I try to I keep on trying. I probably channel too much of that robot from what is it? Rogue One? Not Rogue One. Is it? No, the other one.
Oh. Yes, I'm actually not clear on if you're Lando's girlfriend robot, or if you're the Rogue One robot. Like you kind of got a little elements of both, and I kind of like I don't know. And then there's some 3PO. Like it feels like there's going to be an emergent like original character. Like
I mean he's trying to talk like a droid. That's the end. In some way, shape, or form, I try to make him a little bit odd and aloof and jerk,
Well, all three of those droids have that in common. Well,
right, exactly. Yeah,
not 3PO. He's obsequious, but
right.
Yeah, that's nice. I do have one observation.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like a request because I know you mentioned this before and you're not big into it, but I think it helps me at least. It's try and use the vocabulary. Let's try and keep it. If we
Like the words instead of the
Yeah. I think it helps the setting sink in a little bit stronger because it's tempting. I do it too. You know, this is not. I do it too. It's like I grab the elevator and it's try and remember maybe the turbo lift or the
the universe stuff. Okay.
Yeah, because it sort of preserves the setting.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm saying cop, and I'm saying yeah.
Because I've noticed, like in my I play a Shadowrun game on Mondays, and sometimes everybody falls into it. Like you know, you grab the car and you go to the grocery store and you pick up the phone, and at some point you stop seeing the fiction, right? And you start going back to the real world, and it kind of loses a little bit of the magic. So if possible, I would like to request to let us try and reinforce the setting.
I'm down.
Or words and stuff like that, because you know, in the heat of things, right? It's no, I go for the elevator, and nobody's going to mind. But if we do it over and over and over, it starts to crumble, right?
Yeah, it's cumulative. Like I said tram at like the last session, but then I said subway this time. Yeah, like I said the more mundane word. I said metal detector instead of like security scanner. You know,
it requires a little bit of conscious effort, right? Because we naturally will fall onto whatever's more. But if we do the extra effort, I think it helps a lot.
Yeah, and in contrast, what was really powerful for me is when you said that big red light, that Star Wars light, it just comes on indicating something. I knew, like, it's that freaking thing right from the 1970s, you know, first movie. It's this big red light. I was like, okay, I saw exactly what that looked like. I mean, there's no real Star Wars word for that, but I know exactly. I was like, that's Star Wars right there.
But that's genre reinforcement right there through the language, right? You know, it's a little bit funny, but we all saw the retro 70s, you know, type of deal.
It's impossible largest like red light blown.
The hexagonal floor indicators for the turbo lift, you know, or you know, like that are. That's what they have on Star Wars,
The 3 lights, and the control turret, and you start picturing that stuff in your mind, and you reinforce the setting. I think it's powerful. You know, I was joking with Ivan the other day. You know, words have power. Yeah. I almost made a video on that because I had the feeling on Monday again, and on Monday the DM was on point. As opposed to usually when he is not, and so Monday session was more powerful because I could feel the Shadowrun. I felt the cyberpunk on Monday, which I usually don't. I'm picturing this old, you know, Chevy 1976 car that we drive in, and because that's what he keeps saying, the beat up car, and then you know it starts falling out of the genre. It becomes something else. Yeah. And you know, we're so familiar with this. It works the same way with Star Trek, right? If you start referring to the thing in the different terms.
Interesting thing though about Star Trek. I'm interested to hear what Jim has to say actually about that one.
Well, I mean, as far as because you call it it's a turbo lift, not an elevator. It's a phaser, not a pistol.
Or a gun. Yeah.
It's a comm badge, not a
phone.
Phone.
Yeah, and I would never for Star Trek for some reason.
Not a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. Yeah, it's a shuttlecraft, not a. Well, I mean, it's shuttlecraft, but.
Yeah, not the bus.
You don't say a launch or a boat.
The deck. Yeah. Not. You start using bulkheads and hull breaches as opposed to walls, and because you don't ever look at a wall.
Not gasoline.
Well, Well, that's interesting. That's interesting because there's a lot of technobabble, and like, I've watched all the Star Wars movies. I mean, it's funny because I got all this damn crap behind me and I got all the shirts. But the point is, there's not a lot unless you've read a lot of the fiction.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of words for a lot of that stuff.
No, because it's all visual storytelling.
It's all visual. It's all visual. It's all sounds. But you know what a TIE fighter is? But like the various components of it, I'm not sure what that's called. They don't talk about that kind of stuff. They just do it. So, unless you're really, really well versed in the fiction, I mean, reading the fiction where people had to make up the names of all this stuff.
Yeah, then it gets kind of geeky and sci-fi-ish.
Otherwise, but like when you say the big red light.
Yep.
Well, I know what that is. There's I can say blaster.
So yeah, I think. Yeah,
ways to describe this stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that you can talk about the military collar, like the stand-up collars of Imperial, and so on. Like there are things that you can say.
There's got to be some touchstones somewhere, like some words are like real keywords.
Then like the code cylinders. Like I didn't say USB drives. I didn't say flash drives in the breast pocket.
Yes.
Even though that's what they are.
Well,
that is.
Yeah, but you said you plug the thing into the computer. You could have said port, but okay, you're seeing the circular thing that R2D2 just wiggles back and forth, right? It spins like
an audio jack. Yeah, that's probably the most.
But there are keywords. There are certain things that, the blaster is the blaster, right? It's like in Star Trek. I messed up once when we were playing and I said blaster instead of phaser. And everybody
I know.
laughed when I did it because
we
I
were
broke
savage.
No, but that's fine because I broke the keyword thing, right? I was distracted. So I said I'm more familiar with Star Wars than Star Trek, but it's the same thing. There are keywords that reinforce the thing, or you can make up, Star Wars is all about the motivator and the,
Right.
So it's funny names, but
that's. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing I was thinking of, though. Like, we're supposed to get the data, and we're looking for the backups, or like trying to make sure there's no backups. There was that moment where I had to kind of like remember. I had the visuals in my head, especially from is it Rogue One?
It's a freaking 8-track that she pulls out from the. It's an 8-track.
I'm such a bad fan. I keep on forgetting. Rogue One's the one where a new right that the one where everybody dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. I keep.
I'm hitting the stop streaming button, man. Spoilers.
Right.
Oh wow, really?
Come on, but like the point is, like you have to remember. At least I had to remember. Like, okay, in real life, in a thing that's supposed to be like much less technologically advanced than Star Wars, there's backups everywhere because it's a little digital thing. But no, in Star Wars, it's these big honking gigantic things you got to plug in, and and that's the only backup. That's the backup.
And it takes like minutes for the guy to transmit data from one place to the other. And it's like, dude, that Wi-Fi signal is really bad.
So I think that's part of the too, is you have to buy into that. It's this very clunky.
It's retro sci-fi by now.
Yeah, it's stuff. It's stuff. It's still stuck in the 1970s. It's still stuck in like what they imagine it might be like. I mean, lucky they don't have the reel-to-reel things.
Yeah, and there's massive conversations about this in Traveler. Like some people, it's
that's awesome. Like if you want the genre, that's what you do. It's these big, giant things,
And that's the way you want it. If you change that and put the touch screens like the L-Cars thing in Star Trek, you ruin Star Wars. It's like, no.
CRTs.
It's buttons and levers and push switches, and that's part of the deal, right?
That's what I was thinking about. I had to kind of remind myself as we're sitting there talking about getting the census data. It's like, when you've got this, you've got the data. Like, that's it. It's right here. We've got it. Like, nobody else has it now.
Exactly.
That's cool. But you have to kind of buy into it. Like, that's the data.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a physical thing you can actually go and run away with.
That is finite.
Like, I've captured the flag. I've got the data. Run.
Exactly.
So it's reminding myself, you got to buy into that because.
But that's genre reinforcement through the language, right? So instead of saying you pull out the little tiny chip of it's a huge.
Yeah.
huge clunking thing. Yeah.
large book size, encyclopedia volume sized data storage tape. And you can say tape because they say data tapes and stuff
Big enough
like
to
that.
pull a girl into an abyss.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing. It's like I'm thinking of like when we got to broadcast, send that information to go broadcast. You've got to take the thing.
We're
and
gonna
put it
plug it. Yeah, it's,
which is probably like on this one little platform, which you can only get to by like a little plankway, and there's like a drop.
exactly. It's 700 feet in the air with no guardrails.
Otherwise, it's I mean, that's,
Okay, I'm not going to. We shouldn't premature imagine.
Okay,
but think about it because that's the genre.
That's I always like. That's the things I always have to think about. And I thought long hallways. Like that's the thing I was thinking about today. Is absurdly long hallways.
Yeah. For some reason, have these incredible drops. Like, why is there a freaking drop? Like, why is there a pit in this building? Like a giant pit.
Yeah.
Because it's cool.
Yeah.
Like that, nobody.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it was good. We had a little bit of rule refreshing, which is always great. I don't mind that at all. Like, I'd rather go check the rule and make sure. And the GMing thing, if you don't do it in a while, you forget the specific rules for nemesis and rivals and minions. So that was a good review of that.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think that it's like that brings something out like about the system that like it's like it's in chapter, like it's at the very back of the book. It's like it will never get any harder to evade stormtroopers because if they don't have vigilance, that's it. It's just 2 dice.
Yes.
And so if it's more, it's because there's like a special stormtrooper. There's a special guy there. There's like a named NPC that's like it's like like, and then you start personifying a villain, like, and I think that was the fun thing is that like you guys killed that droid like in 5 minutes. He had a personality, like he was there, like he was real. Like that's the cool thing is that I just don't. Like, you remember how you just shot, like, 20 Klingons, like, in that one episode?
Mm-hmm.
None of them had names.
No.
None of them had names.
Don't break my immersion, man. I
mean, like, in my mind, like, even, like, the officer, like, he was just Klingon Officer 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, you brought these to life. That was a good job. And the technician and even the security guards themselves.
Credit to the system. Credit to the system. I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah. I mean, thank you. But I mean, like, I something about the way that the NPCs behave in this system feels different. Like it changes the aesthetic.
Well, I mean, not to cast aspersions anywhere else, but like it was amazing. Giant. We were all able to actually, like, when we had a rules question, we were all able to find it. Yeah. And like all the information was right there. We could all.
Yeah.
All the information was there.
Yeah, the specific deal with the downgrading of the purple dice, that was like, I know where that is. I know where it is. So I went straight for that,
layout.
While Antoine,
I mean, to me, it's layout. Like, is that like like it happens like the text is written and somebody says, "Hey, we should put a subheader here." Like, this paragraph needs to be over here. Like, and like that's how you find information. It's like, and there's
the core mechanic needs to be all in one place and in order with bullet points. And it was point number 4 or something describing the downgrading of the dice, which is great. Right.
Yep.
Anywho, I need to warm up, guys. It is cold up here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been cool.
Have a good night. By all means, continue, but I'm going to switch off.